all my fight fans? So there's been a lot of interesting news going on last week regarding Justin Gaethje. When Justin Gaethje beat Dustin Poirier at UFC 291, I think it was. Drawing a blank on it, sorry. But yeah, when he beat him, when he was able to knock him out and became the BMF champion, he had a few fighters call him out. And of course, one of them was Conor McGregor. Justin Gaethje actually has said, hey, I do not fight guys on steroids. Accusation, but it is what it is. But now, as it got later on in the week, Conor McGregor was tweeting out again about it, how he wants to take on Nate Diaz, but he wants to collect that BMF title first, and how now Justin Gaethje had mentioned that, hey, you know what? I'm open to this. Sign the contract. Pretty much what he said. Sign the contract. And Conor McGregor pretty much tweeted out saying, contract signed, even though we all know, no, there's no contract, because the fight has not been discussed, and there's a lot more to it. So now let me ask you guys this. Do you think Conor McGregor and Justin Gaethje are going to fight each other? It's quite possible. It's quite possible because, there is now a title on the line. We all know how much Conor McGregor loves titles. The last time Conor McGregor was fighting somebody, it was against Dustin Poirier, and it was against Donald Cerrone. Prior to that, he always fought for titles. He always loved to fight for championships, but he never really defended it. Yeah, he did have some fights with Nate Diaz and such like that, and in his earlier career, but it was always towards titles. And I feel like that's something that Conor McGregor is really leaning towards, is trying to get that Justin Gaethje fight, possibly because they never fought, and it would have been interesting. We all know there's history there because Justin Gaethje actually wanted Conor McGregor, but Conor McGregor is actually the one that turned down Justin Gaethje, regarding the fights that they needed with each other, or he wanted with each other and such. I guess 6 times, according to Justin Gaethje. So, could this fight actually happen? I could potentially see it happening. I feel like, though, Justin Gaethje is more of a principle guy, because he's not someone that necessarily chases money. Like, he will, for example, having a title strap, he will give it to that number one contender other than defending it against someone that's going to make him more money. That's something that I've noticed from Justin Gaethje, which is nothing that a bad thing. There's always principle. There's always something that people say, hey, you know what? I'm not looking for money. I'm looking for legacy. I'm looking for being the best. So, I've seen guys like Demetrius Johnson. Demetrius Johnson was linked up to fight TJ Dillashaw or Cody Garbrandt. But for a long time, Demetrius Johnson said, hey, these guys need to come to my division, fight one of my opponents, and if they win, I'll give them a title shot. But it's like, hey, just give them a title shot. You're going to make more money. Demetrius Johnson did not see it like that. He wanted principle. He wanted to show that these guys deserved it. And I feel like that's something that Justin Gaethje's always been like, but he looks like he's leaning more towards the fact that there's a fight already in Abu Dhabi for the lightweight title between Charles Oliveira and the champion Islam Makhachev. How long do I want to wait? Because when he gets a title shot, it's probably not going to be till next year, possibly February or March. Maybe around that time frame. So maybe Justin Gaethje wants to keep himself a little bit more active and a little bit more busy. And quite possibly, he could fight a third time for this year in December, more likely, in Las Vegas, because that's where usually the fights are in December. And it could be against a high-level opponent in Conor McGregor. Do I see that potentially happening? Yeah, I could. Is it going to happen, though? I don't know. That remains to be seen, because Conor McGregor has not gotten to the USADA pool. So that is like a big thing right now. Conor McGregor is still 6 months away from a fight each and every day. So let's say, for example, Conor McGregor decides to get into the USADA pool now, or tomorrow, for example, he will not be eligible to fight until next year. So do I see, is it a potential fight that could happen? Can UFC overlook it and say, hey, you know what, we call shots, go ahead and fight? Sure, but I don't necessarily see Justin Gaethje agreeing to that. Maybe other fighters might be like, hey, I don't care, I'll fight this guy anytime, anywhere, anyhow. Justin Gaethje, I don't necessarily see him agreeing to that with the whole USADA pool and the testing protocols and such like that. I see Justin Gaethje wanting to fight Conor McGregor at an even playing field, because he knows there's a lot on the line. There's his BMF title on the line, and there's also the chance of him becoming a lightweight champion on the line as well, being now the number one contender for the fight with Charles Oliveira and Islam. Which brings me to this next one regarding Justin Gaethje. You see, when they made this fight in Abu Dhabi, Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira actually stated that, hey, I am not ready yet. I am not ready. I cannot be ready for October. Not sure what happened. Not sure what they offered him, what they didn't offer him, what they say, what they did not say. But Charles Oliveira is now fighting Islam Makhachev in October. Do you think maybe, just maybe, that Charles Oliveira might pull out due to some unforeseen reason? This is all just me talking, top it off my head. There's no facts here. That now the new number one contender, Justin Gaethje, sneaks in and gets that title shot against Islam Makhachev in Abu Dhabi. Is that possible? Quite so, yes. Quite so, yes, because Justin Gaethje did not get really hurt in his fight with Dustin Poirier. The fight ended relatively quick. Second round, knockout. He's healthy. He's ready to go. And the fight is only in 2 months away, which does gives him some time to train. Not probably as much as you want to fight a very, very good or a very great Islam Makhachev. There's a lot to prepare for there. But is it possible? I could see that potentially happening. I could see Justin Gaethje wanting that shot. Wanting a third chance at fighting for that championship belt. So guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think? What do you think Justin Gaethje is going to do? Do you think he's going to potentially take on Conor McGregor? Somehow, some way, if the UFC, pretty much sidelines all this USADA stuff? Or do you think a potential, and this is a big maybe, Charles Oliveira does not fight or pulls out of the fight and Justin Gaethje sneaks in for that title against Islam? Let me know in the comments, guys, on what do you think might happen with Justin Gaethje. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.